Plethora of riches on this one tonight, Coach. Let's start with the three-point shooting. Obviously, absolutely lights out and so many good looks. You weren't forcing anything. What was the key to getting so many quality threes?
Playing with force, playing with a ton of energy, and then we just talked about attacking the paint. Whenever we attack the paint, teams are collapsing. Chicago does a great job of trying to keep you out of their paint. So we have opportunities where we have kick-out threes, especially catch and shoot. Anything catch and shoot for us, we shoot at a pretty decent level. I thought we did a great job tonight of doing that.
Trey, what do you say about him? He set so many new career highs or tied career highs. What got him going tonight, especially in that third quarter?
You know, he's just been getting better and better. He's locked in. He's focused. Defensively, he's flying around, blocking shots, rebounding the ball. And the ball finds energy. We know Trey can shoot the ball. He can shoot the cover off of it. So when guys get in the paint, they're looking for him, and he's getting to the right spots.
You were able to play through JV towards the end of the game, where so often in previous games, when they've gone small, you've had to take him out. What led to you being able to use him so effectively tonight?
He's been really effective against Chicago. He had a really good game against those guys the last time we played him. So we just wanted to get JV established early, see if we can get him going. He's another weapon for us, especially when we want to settle the game down, throw it in, and just continue to make the right plays, which he did tonight.
How much do you think Trey has improved on defense this season compared to the last?
He's getting better and better. You know, it takes time to figure out the right positions to be in. It's just something that we continue to work on as a team. Our staff continue to work on putting guys in the right situation, and Trey is eager to just learn and be the best that he can be. I think we're seeing a glimpse of what he can do, and sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a couple games with multiple steals, multiple blocks. Do you think he's figuring out how to use that length?
He is. 6'9", 6'10", whatever. I'm sure he says 6'10", but, you know, going up, being athletic on both ends of the floor is important, and Trey is doing that. And our team defense was pretty good. Our first half, they had 30 points in the paint. We wanted to make an emphasis coming in the second half of forcing them to take non-paint contested shots. I thought we did a great job of that tonight.
Yeah, B.I. ended up with 9 assists, made some really nice passes in that third quarter. Just what did you think about his playmaking tonight? How that helped your offense?
We love it. Brandon, CJ, Zion, all of those guys, when they're on the floor, we just continue to talk about we score mentality. As long as you make the right plays over and over, the ball is going to find Brandon, it's going to find CJ, it's going to find Z at some point. But get your teammates involved, it'll come back to you, and those guys are doing a fantastic job of that.
Yeah, you brought up Zion's name, but what do you think is going to be the key to continue to get up this volume of three-point shots, once he gets back in the lineup?
We'll continue to talk about it, continue to watch. But there'll be games like the last couple where we shoot the ball, 30-plus. I'm sure there'll be games where we don't. But as long as our the intentions are getting into the paint, kick out. Now we may drive again, but the first domino is when we get to the paint, teams are collapsing, and we want guys in the right spot so we can hit them. If they're open, shoot the ball. If not, just make the next play.
Coach, going back to Brandon's passing for a second again, just how impressive is it that he seems to hit every teammate's shooting pocket, right? It seems like everything's just right there. All they have to do is basically just shoot it. He's
a fantastic passer. It's God-given, and I'm sure it's something that he works on, but, he's 6'9". He can see over most defenses, and, to have a guy that can score, that can rebound, that can defend, that can pass the ball like Brandon can is a luxury. So it's a blessing to have him, and he's making the right plays.
Early in the first half, it seemed for a brief moment their zone kind of stagnated the offense a little bit before y'all got rolling again. What adjustments did you guys have to make to overcome that?
Not much. They tried to throw zone. They threw a zone at us to break up our timing and rhythm, and we just stayed in our auto delay action. And once the ball is moving, once guys are moving, it's hard for a zone to really affect us. So it's something that we work on, but it wasn't a major adjustment. Just continue to get the ball in the paint and kick it out.
Coach, there in that second quarter, Dyson was getting some minutes playing in the flow, but he dribbled into a jump ball, then went down and got kind of a silly foul. What was the message when he come back to the court to calm him down and let him go from there?
Nothing. It happens. He's a younger guy. He's going to make those type of mistakes, and I'm okay with mistakes. But he plays hard. He competes. Once again, he's making the right plays. Mistakes are going to happen. He'll play through them.
Coach, back to Dyson. How do you feel about his contribution in the past couple of games?
He's been great. I've mentioned it before, but Dyson is like a young old man. He doesn't he doesn't really waver. He comes in every day. He gets his work in. He's got a good sense of humor about him. When you put him in the game, he gives you a sort of confidence, and that's how he plays. So I'm happy to get him on the floor to see his production, and he's another guy that will continue to get better.
With Zion out, CJ has really stepped up. Can you talk about his impact as a facilitator and a scorer?
CJ he has the ball in his hands a ton, and it's something that he's getting more comfortable with this season. And then we got guys around him, so he's another guy that will make the right play over and over. But then CJ has moments where he's got it going, and we're running stuff to get him involved. It's good to see CJ after 3 or 4 games not play his best to these last couple games really play well for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.
I've never seen a news podium.
JV, these last 2 games, what do you think has allowed the offense to flow?
Put energy into. We've been executing well. We've been following the game plan, and I think following the game plan, executing the little things, little details helps us.
Yeah, CJ was saying he feels like these last 2 games you guys have made a lot of threes. He's saying he feels like that's important, moving forward to get a certain amount up. Just what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we got to shoot some threes. We got to shoot it. We have a great shooters. We got to use them. We got to shoot them threes. We got to make it. But first of all, you got to shoot it to make it.
For you, how good was it to be able to get going tonight after, the way Memphis plays that kind of didn't allow you to get as much time out there?
Well, I don't look back. I look what's in front of me. Every night I'm ready. I want to do good things. One night it's going my way. One night it's not going my way. So I don't care about that. I just go there and do my things.
Yeah, CJ had those couple games where he was going through some stuff, sickness, all that kind of stuff. What's it been like? How much does it open up the offense when he's making shots, playing with confidence the way he has these last 2 games?
Well, CJ been playing great last couple of games, and he's been carrying us throughout the year, this short period of time. But he's big part what we do on offense, on defense, and we gotta we rely on him.
And just what's it like seeing a young guy like Dyson who just comes in and embraces doing all the little things, hitting the boards, running the transition, playing defense the way he does?
I mean, he brings us energy, with the second group, he brings us energy, what we need, energy drives us. We play with a lot of energy. The guy who brings even more, we need him.
Speaking of energy, these last few games, there's been a little bit of a rotation change. You've been able to play with Jose a few more minutes than normally. What do you feel like he's bringing to the floor, and what do you feel like he does to the offense when he's on the court?
All gonna sound like a breaking record, but he brings energy. Yeah, that guy is crazy. I love him. He plays with a lot of energy. He's a motor. I don't know what to say. He's everywhere.
How's he crazy?
He's energy. He's doing everything, as we talked before. Those steals, he gets the people, he gets the ball handlers. He's he's the best on that.
And speaking of him, his cuts into the lane too were kind of interesting, and it seemed like some of you guys were able to find him on those cuts, even among crowds of much taller players.
Yeah, I expected him to get blocked, but he pulled it off and made the layup. So, that's what we need to do. Cut to the basket. Some teams are double teaming on the post. Some teams are letting the play one-on-one, but cuts will open the paint, and we can, that's to shooting. If you make threes, then we can cut open because they're gonna be worried about threes.
It seems like you two also have like a burgeoning pick and roll game together. What sort of pressure are you guys putting on the defense when you're in those actions?
No, he's a good driver. I just need to set a good screen. So it's easy like that.
Jonas, were there any congratulations for Trey Murphy getting his first double-double of his career?
No, because he was stealing my rebounds.
Honestly, how impressed are you by seeing how far he's come since he's been a rookie? 5 of 6 from three-point range tonight. He's throwing down dunks left and right on people seemingly every night.
He's improved big time. He's working hard. He's he in the gym all the time. He's talented. He's humble. He's in a great position.
He sounds like a good teammate.
He is a good teammate. He comes to the dinner with me.
Can I ask you what you guys have, where you go and eat, share some good stories?
Steak.
All right, thanks, JB. Thanks, appreciate you. Enjoy that steak tonight.
You talk about it, the whole season. How important is it for you just to continue to just pull the trigger whenever you open for those 3-pointers and just being that presence on the perimeter to spread the floor and take those shots when it's open?
Yeah, it just makes our offense a lot more potent and gives a lot more space to our primetime guys. If I'm knocking down shots, especially when I'm open, taking good shots, trying to work in the flow of the offense.
And how important is it for you this season, just bringing that energy, making those energy plays like the putback dunk you had tonight, defense, all that kind of stuff?
Really just trying to play as hard as I can. That's really what it boils down to. And, just trying to make an impact on the floor. And, just do my job. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to do is just do my job.
Defensively, does it seem slower for you out there? How do you feel like you are on the defensive end compared to last year?
It's a multitude of things. I would say experience as well as the work I put in the summer. Got a lot stronger, a lot more athletic, and also just watching a lot of film, knowing guys' tendencies and understanding what teams are trying to do. At the end of the day, everybody's trying to do the same thing. You just got to know where to be and try to be in the right positions.
I know you grew height-wise a lot throughout college. Are there ever times when you're out there when you're like, oh, I'm 6'10" now, this is sweet, this is really helpful?
I've gotten over that stage a little bit. There's times where I might lay it up. Well, I've gotten to the point now I'm dunking everything, or at least I'm trying to dunk everything. But there was a point where I was like, oh, well, I'm over the rim, I might as well try to dunk this. But now I'm just thinking, just dunk everything.
Did you apologize to Billy for stealing his rebound late to get your double-double?
Absolutely not. And I'll steal it again.
How important is it to continue to be able to make contributions on that? And it seems like you're a lot more comfortable on the defensive side, period, whether it's rebounding, blocks, it's just how much more comfortable you feel on that end compared to last year?
Really comfortable. At the end of the day, it's just, experience. I would say last year, it's tough as a rookie playing defense. Herb he's Herb. So, it doesn't really count. But, it's really hard being a rookie playing in NBA, especially on the defensive end because, it's so much different than college. There's NBA sets. First of all, the offense is already at an advantage. It's really tough. So I would just say experience and knowing what your opponent wants to do is pretty important.
Hey, Trey, Reg Miller last night said that you and him had had some conversations. What were those conversations like, and what did you kind of take from whatever he say it to you?
I mean, he was just telling me to continue to work hard and continue to shoot the ball at a high level. And he was saying I've expanded my game a lot, which is going to help me a lot in the future. And he was just very proud of me and the work I put in during the summer. And, you know, it's great hearing that from a legend like him, you know, try to take pieces out of his game and put it into mine as well.
What separates often good shooters from being effective in the regular season and the playoffs is their ability to impact the game when they're being run off the line. You've obviously put in a lot of work in that over the summer. How comfortable do you feel when, you know, those guys are closing out to you? I think today you had a play, I think DeMar closed out pretty hard. You drew a foul. Other times you've been putting it on the floor. Where's your comfort level with that, and how do you see your game growing on that front?
Really comfortable. I mean, it's not even – it's one of those things where I don't even have to really pump fake, like show the ball in order for people to start flying at me. I can just look up at the rim, and they're going to just fly at me. So I got to be able to play off of that, make plays either at the rim or for my teammates, and I feel like it adds another dynamic to, you know, my game as well as the team's offense.
And do you feel like you're also seeing the floor when you're putting the ball in attacking the rim in terms of finding your teammates?
Absolutely. No, I definitely think I am. You know, I feel like if I have two people on me, it means somebody's open, so I just got to find the next guy that's open.
Yeah, these last two games, you know, you guys were way up there as far as three-pointers made compared to what you did all season. How important is it just to continue to get more of those three-point shots up and use making that a part of the offense where you can spread teams out and allow, you know, Z and BI to attack the lane more often?
Yeah, no, it's very important. I mean, if we're a team that's a threat from the three-point line, then, you know, our paint presence is going to be even greater then, and we already have really good paint presence with, you know, JV and Z and BI getting to the rim. So, you know, it makes our team a little bit more dangerous, I would say.
Can you recall on two particular plays what you were thinking going into the 33-footer and then also on the dunk over Vucevic in transition? Is your approach on those shots, or did it kind of happen just kind of unconscious?
I mean, if you watch my warm-up pregame, I shoot from around those areas. And, you know, it's just because a lot of times I'm not getting threes, like, on the line because people are closing out right there. So if I'm able to shoot from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever feet behind the line, then guys aren't able to contest that, and there's open looks. And in all honesty, I don't even see, like, where the line is during the game. I just see, like, an open shot. So I just try to shoot it.
When guys miss games and you're putting the starting lineup, do you have a different approach when you're going into it versus when you're coming off the bench?
Not at all. Just play, do my job. That's really the bottom line.
You mentioned the paint presence that Jonas has. CJ talked about how there was kind of a concerted effort to go through him, and you know, obviously he started you guys off great. What did you think about just the impact that he made tonight?
You know, it's just Jonas being Jonas. He's a dominant paint presence, and, you know, teams have to respect that, and especially teams that, you know, don't have a lot of rim protection. It makes it a lot harder for them in their defense when they have to double and collapse their paint in order to try to stop him, and he's able to make plays out of the post.
Trey, we know Brandon's a fantastic playmaker, but just how rare is it to see somebody of his height be able just to hit you guys in your shooting pockets seemingly every single time?
You know, it's important, and, you know, makes our offense a lot more potent. And, you know, when he's such a scoring threat, if he's able to pass, and it opens it up for him in order to, you know, drive lanes and get to the basket. So, you know, him being like such a scoring threat makes it a lot easier for us because, you know, they're packing the paint, they're trying to stop him, so we get more open shots. So it's, you know, twofold thing.
Thank you.
Also, would just like to say as well, I also dedicated these last two games to my friends at Virginia that were killed in those last few days, and you know, Lavelle Davis was a good friend of mine, and, you know, it was really sad to see him go. He was a special guy. So, you know, please keep their families in your prayers. Appreciate that.